The Last Letter. In the quiet town of Willow Creek, tucked between green hills and winding rivers, lived an old man named Edward. Edward was a mystery to most. He lived alone in a small ivy-covered cottage on the edge of town. He rarely spoke, never visited the market, and never had visitors. But every morning, without fail, he walked to the town's old forgotten mailbox near the train tracks and posted a single letter. Nobody knew where the letters were going. The mailbox hadn't been in service for decades. It stood there, rusted and creaky, a relic from the past. And yet, Edward used it as if it still worked. The townspeople whispered stories. Some said he was once a great writer who lost everything. Others thought he was writing to someone he had wronged long ago. But Edward never answered questions. He simply smiled and walked on. One day, a curious 12-year-old girl named Lily, who had just moved into town, decided to follow him. She watched from behind a tree as Edward slid another letter into the mailbox. Gathering her courage, she stepped out and asked, "Who do you write to, Mr. Edward?" He looked at her for a long moment before replying, "To those who need words, when no one else is speaking to them." Lily didn't understand then, but she nodded. Weeks passed. Then one morning, Edward didn't come, nor the next. A week later, the town learned that he had passed away peacefully in his sleep. After his funeral, the townspeople gathered outside his cottage. Lily, remembering his letters, led a group to the old mailbox. To their surprise, when they opened it, they found it filled, not with empty air, but with letters, hundreds of them. Each envelope was carefully sealed and addressed only with the words, "To you, stranger." They took the letters to the town library and one by one read them aloud. Each letter was filled with kindness, encouragement, and warmth. "Dear stranger," one began, "you are not alone. The night may seem endless, but the sun will rise. I promise." People cried, smiled, and held each other. Some took letters home. Others copied them into notebooks. The town that once ignored Edward now cherished every word he had left behind. Lily made it her mission to share one letter every day online. Soon, people around the world began to listen. Edward's words reached beyond Willow Creek, touching hearts far and wide. He may have been silent in life, but in death, Edward became the voice of comfort for thousands. And the old mailbox, it still stands, but now it's no longer forgotten.